Hey, it's Marcos Perales, CV Pools and Discount Pool and Spa Supply. I wanted to go over transformers. I recycle transformers. Okay? So how do I do that if they can look so different from each other? Okay? Both of these are recycled. They've been tested and they're both 24 volt. If you have pool equipment, the majority of the time, the boards are 24 volt. You have a 24 volt circuit and a 110 or a 240 volt circuit. Okay. So anyway, how do you distinguish this from that? Let's go over that. Okay. I'm going to show you a brand new transformer that I buy. Instead of spending $200-300 for a transformer, you do have to pay attention to certain things. Okay. All right. So here we go. If we look at this transformer right here, this one, this lovely specimen, we've got the information that's on there. You can see that if you're connecting at 240, the connections are white, red, and white, black. Okay? So you would connect white, red, and white, black. And you wouldn't use the others. Okay? You'd either cap them off individually, cut them. I don't necessarily trust these loose ends like this. Some people do. I found them like this. I'll snip them so that they don't, you don't want them to accidentally contact something and for some reason short out. So I just cut them just so I have peace of mind. But anyway, we know that if on 230, we're going to be using these two, the white and black. It says it right there. White, red, with a dash, white, black. Now, if you wanted 115, you'd connect the black with the white, black, and the red with the white, red. So it would be like this. These two would be tied together to one side, and these two would be together on the other side, right? Very simple. Okay. The output is 24 volts. So on this side, see how it says blue, blue? What do you know? Blue, blue. Pretty cool. Simple. That's one. This is another one. I don't know where I got this one from. This one looks a little beat up. Looking at it, I'm not 100% sure if it works, but it worked when I pulled it out. Now this is what's kind of weird here. It says COM 240. Now COM is common. What that means is you usually have a variation of wiring options. And this one you do not. You only have 240 and a COM. You're not going to connect both of your hots to this. You're going to do one here and one here. So 120, 120. Right? And then that's your primary. See that? 240. Secondary is 24 volts. 24 volts. The arrow's pointing down. So your 24 volt would come out of this side. Your hots come in this side. Pretty simple setup. Okay? There we go. Now this one has a variable setup. Okay? If you know how to do these, what's cool about it is that instead of buying a $150, $200, $300 transformer, because if you get the same ratings on here, these are a lot less expensive. I think these would cost me under 50 bucks easy. Okay? So as you can see on one side, we have two wires. Okay? I'm working with one hand here, so bear with me. Alright, these two are your 24 volt side. I don't buy anything else. I haven't installed lights that are 12 volts. Everything usually comes with the transformer inside nowadays. But anyway, maybe the newer lights haven't. I haven't installed those little lights yet. But anyway, these are inside heaters. These are inside your automation systems. Whoops, that's upside down. Let's flip it. If you look at the primary, we have a common 120, 208, 240. Okay, white, black, red, orange. Labels them for you right there. And then we got the secondary 40 or 24 volt 40. I forget, is it volt amps? I don't remember. It has something to do with the multiplier here. What is it? 1.5 times. So you get 40 or something like that. 1.5 amps. Okay. Something like that. You have to do the math. I haven't studied up on that lately, but on a smaller setup like a pool heater, it doesn't take a lot of amps to run the electronics. So we got the 24 volt here, but how do we hook this up? And I wanted to go through that because I burned a few of these because I was hooking it up wrong. And I didn't understand. So these are the instructions that came with this. Okay, I saved it for the afterward because when you pull the instructions out, look at all this stuff. It can be kind of confusing because it's got all of this stuff on it that you don't have on yours. Okay, trying to get the glare out of the sticker there. Same thing on the other side. Okay, so if you're kind of new and this part is confusing you, this part where you compare this to what you actually have, you might want to stay away to a little bit more sharp on this. But if you're brave and you're working on your own stuff, okay, that's a different story. You know, if you go burn through a couple of transformers, that's all right, I guess. You know, you're putting yourselves in harm's way. Always use gloves, always turn off the power, always test before you, right? Got to outsmart the electricity. Anyway, so this is a little worthless here because these colors don't even match most of the time. We're going by the sticker. Okay, that's what I go by. Now these colors, okay, they're right here. Whoops, I forgot to write down. We got 120, 208, 240. So let me write that down. 208, 240. So we always have 24 volts coming out of these two wires. See that? These two wires are always 24 volts. This is a representation of this. And then we've got these 4 wires. Okay. Now all of these wires have a corresponding voltage. Okay. The options. Now I don't harp too much on the color because if you're going to buy a different manufacturer, they may have the same colors, but each one is different. Like on this one might be the 120. On a different manufacturer, this might be 240. So always focus on the sticker. Okay? Be smarter than the plastic covering color. Please. Sometimes what will happen is you'll get to a place that somebody ran out of wire and tape, and you got a hot green wire. Be careful. Anyway, I'm going to mark this up a little bit. Maybe not. So what does COM mean? COM means that you always use this line. You use it whether you're using 120, 208, or 240. This one's always going to have electricity coming through it. So using that as a base of knowledge, whatever, a fact, that this one's always hot, right? Let's write that down. Always hot. We're going to put hot. If this is hot and these two together are 120, okay, that means that this one here, this is neutral. Okay, now when I first hooked this up, I thought they were both hot, or one was, I don't remember. Because when you hook up 120, you really can't go wrong. Okay, alternating current, it'll work most times. Okay. But when I went to hook up 240, I put one here because I thought it was 120, 240. This for it you get a nice popping, sizzling sound. Pop, they'll puff of smoke, and it's over. So one hot's going to be here. You have a neutral that goes here. That's the problem I was having. This one's a neutral. And you have to understand that. I think neutral spelled N-E-U. Neutral. This is pretty easy to understand. It's just that this can be a little tricky because you're thinking you're going to put a hot here and a hot here. But actually it's one hot here. And then you pick either 1, 2, or 3 for the other wire. Okay? Depending on what selection, which one you want. Hot goes over here. And then you pick the other one. If you have 208, you're going here. If you have a neutral line, it's going to go here because this is the hot one. Okay? So I hope that helped you out. I know it helped me out. I probably went through three transformers on this one job because I was learning. Okay? So, School of Hard Knocks. Thought I'd help you out. Have a good one. cvpools.com. If this helped you out, it saved you money or made you money, please consider donating. These are things that it took me a while to figure out, and it'll make quantum leaps in your electrical knowledge and know-how and stuff like that. Anyway, enjoy your day. Peace.